The coronavirus pandemic has had a unique impact on immigrant communities. I sat down with my dad, Ramiro Salas, to talk about how his life has changed since the beginning of the stay at home period and how the travel restrictions have affected him as an American immigrant with family abroad.
Basically, I don't complain. My job is just fine because almost everything I do, I can do it from home. So my job hasn't suffered yet. I used to get up in the morning, get my coffee, and go to work. Now I get my coffee and stay to work, and that's very hard for me to get a routine that works. In Houston, they let us outside the house. I take long walks with Marcela almost every day, so I don't feel constrained to stay at home like I know people in other places are. So both Marcela and I were both from Argentina. The immigration changed, of course, a lot my relationship with my parents, right? It became something distant and not as often as it would have been. And for example, to me, um, something that Marcela and I would eat very, very, very carefully was to make sure Natalia and Julian, make sure you two speak good Spanish. And one of my main reasons has always been I want them to be able to talk to their grandparents. Lately, we've been going to Argentina, trying to go more often as we can because both my parents are in pretty bad shape. My dad had for some years now a form of Parkinson, which is he's not shaking, but he's very rigid, so he cannot really walk. I was there a few months ago, and I had plans to go as soon as I can, and now we couldn't go because of the virus. So that doesn't feel that great. It's been a recurrent theme in my life since I came here. A big loss not having them sharing everyday life, right? So then COVID shows up and things don't change that much because we are already in another country. We already can see them once a year or so. So in that sense, COVID didn't change anything except that it happened at a point when I really wanted to be there. I should be there, maybe cooking, maybe reading. So last time I was there, I could read to my dad, and he said, "Can you read something I wrote?" So he wrote a bunch of books. So I read to him from one of his books, and that was kind of a beautiful, great moment. And I would read, and he would tell me stories about what happened and stuff. So I thought maybe I can go there and have some of that for him and for my mom, and some of the practical things for my sister to help her. If I was there, I could tell her, "Oh, go home and take a break," but I cannot do that. So that is not good because she's quarantining with them. It affects how I feel about not being able to do what I feel is my obligation.